since I had nothing planned, and I'm not back for that long, I've decided that just playing some Crusdaer Kings for starters, probably a good idea. Not sure I would like to say. And then I realized, it's hanging, isn't it? Okay, it remembered how to work. It's a good start. Oh well, light difficulties aside, I'm just gonna click the play button again. Because we are gonna do this just like we basically did before. Although I will go here and I will go here and I will go like music. You go away. And where's my music? Which am I feeling like? You know what? Fucking near music is a good start, isn't it? Totally not gonna get in trouble for that. At any point in time, for what reason whatsoever. I have indeed, Kevin, I have indeed. Also welcome. Oh, rare guest on this particular site. I've also been busy, working with this nice little thing here. For, reasons. But yes, I have indeed arrived home safely. And why is my program buzzing out so much? It usually doesn't do that. See, that's what happens. You're not home for like a few days and suddenly all of your little thingies are just not working as they're supposed to be doing. Sadness. Very much so sadness. See, is it the game's fault? It is. Well, that's interesting. Could be the game's fault. Can we fix that though? Probably not, if I had to take an educated guess. Why though? Has Crusdaer King always been so troublesome? Actually not, as far as I'm aware. Well, now we're gonna make use of modern technology here. I use this to check. And I go like this. Well, we see it. Yeah, it was an absolute pleasure once again having to wait 10 minutes for the first train. And the second train I was supposed to be taking from Rainer being cancelled, having to wait another hour for the next one. Only for that train to be late another fucking 30 minutes. Yeah, fun for the whole family. Which I'm kind of confused though. Actually kind of interesting to watch this because, you know, I look over here and then and it freezes that. Why though? Shouldn't. Can I guess technically I could change this over to the other one, but I kinda would like to avoid that. How am I ever going to fix that? It's like, you're asking a good question, aren't ya? Okay, so if I go over here, if I go to there... yeah, hey, thank you indeed. That's precisely what I thought. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go like, you don't see nothing. And if you don't see nothing, no, is there gonna be a problem? I don't. Does it work now? Look, it works. Can click around in the game and I can actually see that the camera is still working. But yeah, as I was saying, I was coming home yesterday. I was busy cleaning this nice little gift. Once again, thank you very much for that. I do love working with stuff. Oh, hi. I know that my loading cable. That people get immensely worried every single time I'm not reachable on my fucking phone. For some reason or another. Decided to at least keep it loaded. Yeah, that's what I meant, you know, with the whole growing up and distancing from your family thing. I kind of forgot one part of that equation. Although that's not bad, is it? I'd rather get along with the family than the alternative, to be fair. But oh well. And I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the fact that my little green screen is also not working completely as it should. Yep, it's gonna be one of those days of technical difficulties, left, right, and center. Nothing unsuspected. No, that is still up in the north. But for one thing, you know, I was kind of somewhat fearful putting that into my overfull backpack already, and then having that thing half sticking out, which might invite some suspicions, you know. Just saying, if you nowadays go on a train with a pretty big knife sticking out of your fucking backpack, you might get some attention that you're not too fond of. Which is basically the main reason why I'm like, okay, at least I know my parents are gonna, you know, carefully watch over it. Not like, you know, some old game cassettes or anything that your mother might think can just be thrown away because they're collecting dust anyway. And for that anyway. Don't mind me, just, you know, working on the pipe, Got the new one though, the new one is, that still needs a bit of good old-fashioned. That's one of those things, you know, when you have a pipe that is basically unused, as far as its burn marks go, you kinda do have to take it slow with it. And I'm not in the mood for slow, which is why I'm taking my little workhorse pipes out. For business. Small little thing, mind you, but an important thing. Because technically speaking, what you should do with a pipe, technically speaking, that's the whole reason why you need quite a few ones, actually, is that after you smoked it, you should ideally let it rest for like 24 hours. Yeah, don't worry, honestly. I'm not too worried. It's not gonna get away, and I know it's safe and secure, and nobody's gonna run off with it, so, you know, it's all cool. Also, you know, I still would need to find a nice little place to actually display it. I haven't done that yet, so it's kind of like, okay, I couldn't do much of it anyway, so it's cute. For the moment, it is. Now then, what was I doing? Right, I am 16 years old again. I sure hope that I will never find myself in one of those scenarios where I wake up one morning and I'm 16 again, because that would suck ass. I want to be 16 again. Not in these times. Now, before I pay homage, I need to deal with something, because I want to have some ambitious children, and that means I need a wife. But at least that part was easier, you know, back then. It's just, okay, I have a noble title. Good. Here is your pick and choose list of waifus you could have, potentially. And before we do that, actually, because I'm, of course, very much my own, following my own interest, I have no worries about 3D. Goodbye 3D. Turn everyone into anime because I like it. Now we need to wait until the game actually does it, because it's that painful. But God has granted. Actually, if it would be that easy to do that in real life, I might actually be tempted to try that out if I can reverse it, you know. Turn everyone into anime for a day or so. I'd find that hilarious. A moment. Okay. Let's sort our list then, shall we? Maximum age doesn't really matter. That also doesn't really matter as long as they're fertile. Because, you know, it's kind of the whole point of having a woman around. Apart from the cooking, the cleaning, and the usual nonsense, the main reason is actually having children. Where is claims? Pressed claims. Just to see, if you have somebody who has a pressed claim, then their children will inherit that once they are, well, managed to off themselves. Of course, if I had somebody who would be first in line for any such claims, that would be ideal. Sadly, however, as we all know, the Dark Ages were kinda, to put it very mildly, not really an equal opportunity kind of thing. So the women says kinda were fucked over by every single last male before them in line. No, she technically speaking has such. She's not even in the list of the first 4 successors. Man, that sucks for you. Well, not ask for a moment, huh? Now the women look a lot better. Would be ideal to find a woman who actually does have indirect. Okay, you're the pause one, that's okay. Because then I could later on actually try to press her claims. It's kind of my idea, make her a ruler basically. Country of land, yeah, you have a lot of countries in the Kingdom of Asturias. And as we all know, the Kingdom of Asturias is in fucking Spain. I really want to go down to Spain though. Duchy of Angria, Westfalen, Ostfalen, Minden, Oldenburg, Lüneburg, Braunschweig, Dennenburg, Halberstadt, Blankenburg, Mansfeld. Merseburg. Jesus fucking Christ. That's a lot of titles you've got going there, little Idiot. How is the line? You are the... I mean, I guess if I could get rid of Count Bruno. That's a bit more difficult when you try to think on this on the aspect of potential inheritance. Not so much my own, because I'm once again gonna play the second fiddle basically to my children. Seems like a pretty nice job, honestly. You're just sitting back, relaxed in your chair, you know. Sometimes you're making some ruling decisions. The rest, your energy is focused on getting your children out there, so that they can happily do horrible things. The Duchess of Anglia, that's not a bad choice. It's one of the big ones in East Francia. I know that much. I probably can't press her claims. I mean, she's 22. What else do we have? You're a sadistic, content, lustful person. So basically, she is... Basically, a dominatrix. Is probably a good... Yeah, she's sadistic. She enjoys all of the inflicting pain shit, and she also likes to do it often, so that's good for children. What's wrong, Kitty? You know what? I'm gonna take this sadistic 22-year-old. Sure, my good little boy here is only ever going to... Okay, now technically speaking, he's probably gonna develop some very strange tastes, but... You know... Could be worse. Not by much, but it could be worse. Okay. One thing I do want to do is go up here. Why is there the middle between you're too loud for me and you're too silent? Nah. It will never be perfect. What was I doing all right? If I want to be a good Christian, I do need to invest in my faith. Lots of money. Now, technically speaking, the faith will invest a lot of money into me. Because the Pope, looking at me, going like, you have all the values that we value, so, yeah, take some money. I do love this particular system. It's a bit of a cheap system when you think about it, because you kind of do game, or you can game the system, just by buttering up the Pope over and over again, or just, yeah, being a good Christian. But I mean, fair is fair, you know, fair is fair. Now we got some armored footmen, my most beloved, and some bowmen. Not so much my beloved. Kinda strange that you never really started with a man-at-arms regiment of fucking Onagas or something. I guess that would be too cheap or something. I don't know. Okay. And we can create the Duchy of Jülich. The north. Of course, you know, the German map does not any longer look like this, sadly. A lot of little areas any longer like that. Oh, look, Münster. I've been there, just recently. Driving right through that shit. And then it was up here, you know, towards north. But you know, broadly speaking, that's where my parents are. Yes, no player. That's not a problem. Anything else you want to tell me? No. Pay homage we can do once we have officially gotten ourselves a wife. Good start. I was thinking that we might actually now, for my grand return, start playing Anno, because strategy was working on a map for us, after all. But I haven't heard back from him yet, and I kind of wanted to, you know, not just sit here around and wait. You know, we can always play this later. Not a problem. Oh, look. He looks innocent enough for a sadistic, sexually divine, probably person. Pretty sure she's gonna bring that into the bedroom at some point or another. This poor child will not grow up and have a good and normal, quote unquote, first time. I can foresee that much. Well, so be it indeed. I haven't seen your picture yet. Interesting. Where actually is that picture from? What does it say? Eversoul. Doesn't tell me much. Then again, you can't know them all, can you? Okay. Jesus Christ. That was fast. Actually, the woman has been at court for like, what? 5 days? Immediately like, okay, I mean, to be fair, he's a 16-year-old, so, you know, even have an opportunity and an attractive woman in your age, and with the official blessing of the religion to go like, well, go ahead and bang. I guess it wouldn't take long. Ah. Okay, that's good. Look at all of those fucking flames she has. Even a duchy title. Of Angria, of Westphalen, and of Ostphalen. That's 3 whole duchy title you get to inherit. That's not, that's not nothing. Would be even better if we could get rid of him, of course, because then she would be the direct inheritor. Although only as long as this guy doesn't manage to get any children himself, because he would then be adding a far more preferred. I guess for the moment we're just gonna have to sit that out, I suppose. Where is it? No. Okay, you promote culture, indeed. Promote culture. It's gonna take you years, but that's a price I'm willing to pay. Oh look, it's a goddess. Much for us. I guess we could create this immediately, get it out of the way. And open up some doors for the future, basically. Because at least at that point we would be a duke. We'll start. A homage. We're just gonna demonstrate our submission, because that's just what we do. You suck at your job, but we'll take you anyway. It's not that long of a distance. Meh, just somewhat of a distance, but shouldn't be too dangerous. And after all, we, well, at least for a few generations, are not gonna hold any overt, what's that? Other people's pastures. Nice. Any overt actions toward the throne we're under. We're once again just gonna quickly... Oh look, it's someone here. I'm just gonna trample you now. I'm just gonna try to establish a family a little bit more, because right now we're kinda desperate need of some children, to put it mildly. First things first, pass the law so we can actually revoke titles. The crown authority needs to be raised, of course. Regent presumptuous. That's good. Loyalty, succession score. My little waifu, come here. You have now been designated as my regent. No. A very useful and necessary step to have somebody in charge when you are not around. Because if your fastest way of communicating is a little, you know, carrier pigeon, ruling becomes a lot more difficult, let's just say. Oh, not the firstborn child. After an ancestor. Happy. Brutal. It's all boring. Well, I guess since nobody else has shown up, I'm just gonna be Oh, well, then he's just gonna become a little Kevin. Kevin von Berg in this case. May you grow strong and wise, my son. I've just adopted a Kevin. I don't know if that's a good decision. We'll see that in the future. And if he turns into what his namesake would imply or not. Okay. Well, that sucks. Cradled by sickness immediately. I guess even the Middle Ages don't like the idea of having Kevin around. That's kind of mean. Let's see here. Well, that can turn out okay still, mind you. It's not a guaranteed death sentence. It's as close as you can get as a newborn, but we do have a at least decent position, so maybe, potentially, hopefully, he'll keep a little Kevin alive. Maybe. We don't know. We don't know indeed. Right, we're converting that. Do I need a claim on Cleve, though? I mean, since it's gonna be part of the duchy anyway, I should get one anyway. You know, mighty Duke. They wouldn't push that hard for that immediately, but it's not necessarily a bad idea. So if I go over here now... game doesn't, of course. Okay, he has slightly more troops than me. That's not good. I can get another... Okay. Okay, and let's play nice. Yes. So what options I have? I could try to upgrade my man-at-arms, or I could create another one, and I kinda do want to create another one. First and foremost, a standing regiment of Onagas would be really nice. Armored footman. Because I think the only counter you have to armored footman is light footman. Yeah, heavy infantry. They do indeed. Can we do anything for our military? I mean, not really. I guess the next best option is to ask the Pope again for money once we can. Oh, we have to give it a bit of time. Let him sit and wait and stew in his own juicy little base for a little bit, and then go back and go like, hey, gonna give me some more money? Because he'll be like, yes, yes, I will, son. Yeah, as soon as your mother dies, you get all of her claims. But that's gonna happen anytime soon. She's fucking 23. And at least she's not suffering from any unfriendly side effects. Yet. Yeah, I do have to leave some things to chance. Otherwise I might get boring. And let's see if I increase this. Can I see how much that would cost? Max 3, we would already... we would already run a minus if we raise our armies right now. I'm gonna need some buildings, I can tell you that much. Petition niche, what can I petition you for? Battle deck, ground claim. Backlands, one faction. The priest, fortify borders, urbanized country, and the right temple, reset our subjects. Basically, what I can ask for is a fucking council appointment at the moment, and that's really not something I'm too hard pushed for. I know. Yeah, god fucking damn it. Christian play Aachen. Oh. We are gregarious, we shall go and enjoy the play. Maybe try to put on our own play. The 2000 Jülichen Knights. That's plagiarism. Oh, well. Yeah, let's see. How good are you actually? Not good. I could write better than you. Most definitively. That's interesting. Normally Francia is not that fast in trying to get their hands on the set. Where the fuck are you even attacking? You have less troops than he has. Ah, okay, that's why. I see. Might actually the formation of a bigger country relatively quickly. Really one game. Oh, I have 2 of them. That's nice. How about we learn some restraint? Because as we all know, men actually do need to learn a perk in order to hold it, you know, in their fucking pants. Otherwise, oh boy. Impregnation happening left, right, and center. What would you be willing to give me a claim from all of the ones? Problem is I can't actually do much with those. Because quite a few of those are in other kingdoms. Yeah, most of them are actually in East Francia, which would mean declaring war on East Francia, and that's not something you do as a little count now duke. It's just not gonna work well, let's just say. Yeah, I guess it's time to save up money and do this. We do need to get a claim on that though, much as that annoys me. Because that is the jewel part of our new little duke title. Or little duchy, you see? Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm not gonna let them keep it. Who would I need to? Yeah, he's under the same one, isn't he? Yes, he is. So as soon as we have that, we can potentially declare war. He has an ally though, although I do also have an ally, namely this one, and that one is of course very powerful, so we're gonna have to make a safe game and play this a bit by letting the AI take the brunt, basically. Not really something I like to do most of the time. The AI can be somewhat choosy in their actions, let's say, but yeah, saving up money for Onagas. Waiting until the Pope gives us some more money, because now that we are Duke, he should actually give us more money. And we're going to use that money to sustain ourselves during the war, because we're going to run M- while that is happening. And once we have that set up... Okay. Actually, East Franconian claim on the king. Yeah, I was about to say, we are getting attacked, aren't we? Ah, that's pretty... I was kind of confused because he was actually making... or claiming some territories here. How would he get away with it? Being so much in the positive. And how long did you say you will take? Oh, only 7 years to convert everybody to German. Well, that's good. You never start too early making the people fucking German. After all. Who wants to be Franconian? That's disgusting. Actually, if I declare to be disgusting, I might wanna learn the language of my king to get a few of the penalties out of the way. Because you do get penalized. Ah. Please enter and deposit the gold on your left. Yes, yes. I do need some gold. Just put it down there. I'll take it. Okay, that's gonna give me not many more troops, mind you, because Onagas are of course not really the kind of unit that is to give you much in the way of numbers. How good is my spy master? Well, pretty good. And Jesus fucking Christ, that's not good. You are... Yeah. I do kind of want to get my hands on Cologne again. Get after our holy site, and never say never to a holy site when you have the chance. Also, look at knowing you're still sickly. You're still sickly. Okay, I'm not gonna marry you off right about now. Just because I have a distinct feeling the game will take this as an invitation to kill you off, Kevin, and that would not be nice. Yeah, if any inheritable traits, by the way, of course not, because we're not looking for those. Well, I guess we can start our eugenics program a bit later then. Oh well, we have to, kinda. Yeah, that was not gonna... It was not gonna work out, I'll say, nicely. No, that might actually... He has gotten some more help. More Bavaria, you say. Seed done. We now have a claim, which means we can declare war. And we got a daughter. Beatrix. I do like that name, for some reason. Actually, no, I know the reason. Because Umineko. Also, before I forget it, since there's a chance all of them will survive rather well, I will personally try to make all of you good little Christians. It's only going to prop off the time. After all. The enemy has a few more troops than we. One ally. 570. We'd still be fucking outnumbering him rather. Are you at war with anyone? You're not. I do want to get this out of the way relatively quickly. So we're gonna do the smart thing. So we usually like to. We go like... the save. Some might say it's cowardly, but you know, sometimes you do have to be cowardly. After all, I'm not playing fucking Iron Man. Raise all the armies. Could we get any mercenaries? Not really, I suppose. Yeah, kind of figured. Jugoto, join me. And we gained a level of devotion. Everyone is well aware of the good effect we have. Come on, attack him. Because he's got to wait for his ally as well, isn't he? Why has your ally not joined you? No, he has. Means, where is your ally? South. If anything, it's gonna come from the south. If there's anything, we shall find it. I do love this game, sometimes. Because the AI has basically just one directive over and over again. That directive is to sleep with as many other fucking people it can find, which is precisely what it tends to do. Meaning that, you know, if you think your wife is cheating on you, 9 times out of 10, yes, she is. And so is basically everybody else. I mean, you know what they say about humans when you have a tendency to be rather impressively focused on whatever is between your legs. I'm not blaming anyone here. Could you stop running away? You're kinda annoying me. Yeah, I don't think we can show you. But since we still have more fucking troops anyway, I guess we can just, oh, yeah, the usual, start conquering. Hope for the better days and all of that. How long will that take? Actually doing it pretty damn fast, and we are also pretty damn fast, and this is the area that is contested, so taking that on is actually better. Weakness that has plagued my son since his birth has finally released its hold on him. Grief washes over me as I see Kevin running around with all the other children. Good for Kevin, isn't it? And he has grown out of his weakness. He'll become a scholar and soon hold his own territories. Or maybe, potentially at least. I'm surprised that the enemy has none. Ah, there they are. I was about to say. Because normally... Okay, we have an unbeliever. That's neato. Good old-fashioned blackmail material. How many troops do we have? Roughly 2,000. Meaning that we could beat the ever-living shit out of these guns. Not gonna be easy though. Well, they're not gonna make it easy, let's say. Oh well. We shall wait this out and then start beating on their army most profoundly. Yeah, because that alone gives me... what... to raise the book the most skillful guardian. No. I'm gonna try to turn my poor little sunny boy into something most definitively unpleasant. Okay, now let's beat the army. The best way to make some good old points once more. At 96 at this point, rather. If we can free this territory, because I don't think he's going to be fast enough to actually free this territory again. It is relatively quick to unsiege, quote unquote, a territory again, but probably not going to be quick enough, considering that, you know, he already lost half his army. Continue looking. 99, come on. Just need to be quick enough here. Nice. Enforce my demands. And now we hold our actual proper whole duchy. Some ransom. Station you. And with that, I have a job for you. Namely, pacifying that land. Okay. So far so good, we have established ourselves. Now the question is, what are we gonna do with our another child? Yeah, let's start the next 9. Oh, hello dear. Hagen brisket. Why, you ask? Because, well, that's to my liking. That is the only reason I need. And it's not the only one, mind you. My daughter also looks pretty damn snazzy for being a 1-year-old. Those are quite the big tits for a 1-year-old. Actually, what? Hey, look, there, another one. Yeah, they are everywhere. Indeed. It pleases me greatly. Doesn't please me as much as if I do the same shit for Hearts of Iron, because in that case you have fucking generals all being little waifus, which is even more pleasant. But, you know, you'll take whatever you can get your hands on. Ah. Who are you again? Poland. I mean, sure, I'll take it. But yeah, basically all of my Paradox games, if given half a chance, will include Nimu waifus. You can basically count on that. If not on anything else, that is something you indeed can count on. Okay. We haven't found any secrets. We should assume that my wife then is innocent and just had a bit of a, you know, the usual womanly thing. And they're not appearing in your bedroom and wanting to do the smexy things, you know. She had a headache for a few weeks, months, years. What actually do we have? We have a Hunter's Lodge and some curtain walls. That's a good start. We have nothing here. It's not so much of a good start. How does it look here? You have mansions that I like, and walls and towers. What else do we want? Challenged board game. Not sure. What? Actually, I'm a pretty learned person. Yes, I am. I've read entire manuals on GSLF, you know. You should have, because otherwise how the fuck would you ever know how to play it? And I win the game. Yeah, good game. Please don't force me to do this again, because that basically means that I have to click through fucking 5 pop-ups every single time that fucking spawns. Okay, how long will this take? Oh, just a measly 11 years. Great indeed. Oh, a newcomer. Ever played any Crusader Kings 2 before? Or is this your first journey into the grand world of Paradox's medieval times? That's good Crusader. Not bad. You might want to get yourself a nice little Animu mod as well, you know, just gonna put this out there. It's gonna brighten your day, not having to look at this sort of model in fucking female. That it is a fun game. It's still not as big and as grand as Crusader Kings 2 plus all of its DLCs is at the moment. It's basically the best experience you can have, but it is indeed a very fun game as it is right now. Although to be fair, the last DLC, the one with the plagues they put out, that kinda is meh. I still couldn't get myself to buy it because meh. Generally speaking, it's a pretty solid experience. Not a bad choice at all. I hate fucking heretics. For starters. You can have quite a bit of fun with this. As you can basically have with every Paradox game, to be fair. And of course you can play this in multiplayer as well, which makes it even better. And you have some people who continuously will cuck you for no fucking reason apart from the fact that they can, because this game is just, I mean, as some have so lovingly called it, Crusdaer Kings 3 is also a very, fitting, it got. Although to be fair, you have to like this sort of, it's still basically just a map painting game at the end of the day, to be fair. You have to like that, because otherwise you're not gonna last that long. But hey, it's half the fun of it, isn't it? Kinda. The difference is, while, as far as Paradox games are concerned, Europa Universalis is the classical empire building simulator, with all of what that entails. Crusader Kings is a bit special because it's not so much an empire building thing. You lose and gain lands basically pretty much random so long as you have at least one piece. The game is all fine and dandy. It's more a dynasty building game because the main aspect is basically, you know, making sure that your bloodline continues through the ages in whatever form. You can play the whole game as a fucking duke or fucking tribal if you want to, technically speaking. It's not impossible. But you kind of have to change around your way of thinking and basically go a bit away from the I'm just an empire and I'm just basically the state, because you are basically just the family. Just the family head, technically speaking, but which allows for hilarious little things, like me for example. I'm just trying to, you know, set things up in a way that I can get my sunny boys out there, kicking ass and earning names, while sneakily-peekily taking over countries, becoming their own little independent rulers. Which at this point would mean that I kinda would have to get them into a position of being a duke. That's gonna be difficult. Well, our poor guy had eaten a bit too much. That's not a problem. Hey Pope, give me some more money. Pope's like, you're the man. That's one of the most cheesiest things I ever had in this game. So long as you're a good Christian, or so long as you're willing to butter up the Pope a little bit, money will flow freely. Because otherwise, getting your hands on money is actually going to be quite difficult. One turn. Let's see. I want to keep this building now. We could replace this, of course, with something else. Bit of a waste of money, honestly, but we're not really pushed for anything, and feasting is gonna happen here, so having some farms and fields would probably serve us well. Yeah, we're probably gonna try to aim for bastion, curtain walls and fields pretty much everywhere, apart from this one, because this one comes with mansions, and mansions are, of course, that's plus 0.7 taxation per month. I'll take it. Gladly, even. I want to update it. No. We could increase the size, but we already cannot actually run this army without going into the minus. Anything else we need to do at the moment? That was a good question. I guess we could start with a pilgriming again, but maybe it's what good Christians do. So I would like to get my hands on Cologne. Because as I said, you know, it's a holy site, and if you actually control the holy site and have been a good Christian and gone on pilgrimage and shit, claim on them. Need one. Interesting. I mean, I already, because this also is part of the, this is part of my duchy, this is part of the Duchy of Gilry, which is this one. I already took one piece away from them. I might gonna take another piece away from them in the near future. Maybe. But you know, patience is sometimes a very good way to get yourself ahead now, because if you continues to go for claims, you want to make a lot of enemies, and that's not really sustainable if you are small. And you're always gonna be, I mean, technically you can play as the fucking king of East Francia or whatever. But where's the fun in that? Where's the fun, you know, starting as the emperor of the Byzantine Empire? You can't actually get any higher. You're already at the highest. I'd rather start down below and work myself up. Slowly and deliberately. I don't know. Okay, I'll take that, sure. For the moment, my aim is once again to become a consecrated bloodline, and in order to become a consecrated bloodline, I need to control at least one holy site, and for Christianity, Cologne is of course a holy site. The problem, however, is that that guy is, yeah, it's not a weakling, let's just say. Also, he has a claim on my territory that is, yes, I can counterclaim. But I'll keep that in mind. Little Hoggin. I shall keep Zutphen in my back burner for the moment. And that's just gonna build up. That's gonna be good because that means more money flows in. How quick can we go to war with them? Yep. I actually started, as a German in an area where everyone is Franconian. So, I started the slow process of promoting my own culture, which reduces the acceptance between two cultures. But yeah, honestly, any chance that is not 0%, sooner or later will hit you in the face. It will hurt. Believe you me, I've seen things happening you wouldn't believe. Same with assassination plots, the best plots. 95% secrecy, no problems whatsoever. For some reason, that fucking random child that you just tried to murder fucking manages to, apparently shout from the fucking rooftops that you were the one doing this. You're ruining your reputation any chance you ever had to be, a good person. Oh, my sunny boy loves me. I've got a little cabin, got a little strategy. I forget another child. I'm gonna name it after you, so you have your own representation and can have your own adventurous journey. Little Hoggin. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, indeed. Yeah, I need to. Do I want to embrace celibacy? Kinda no. One of those more problematic things. But yes, Nature Shape Paradox games can be quite hard. I think the worst luck I ever had was when I did now, but I had a killer at court in Crusdaer Kings 2 actually. And the Plague. Kinda depends, honestly. Sometimes, especially when it's this early, I kinda like to wait a bit longer until I'm a bit more settled and have a bit more power to myself, because that means that I have a broader range of brides to choose from. And of course, so long as I'm not actually playing them, I have little control over what they're doing. So for example, if your little Kevin grows up and I get him a wife, he's of course gonna start begging said wife. Pretty obvious. And potentially produce children. And let's say that I grow up to 80, that means my son has more than enough time to create 5, 6, 7, 8 children. And let's say that all of these are boys, that can lead to terrible succession disputes. So kinda waiting it out is not necessarily a bad idea. On the other hand, with your daughters, marrying those off to get some more alliances going is usually a good option basically from day one. But I'm gonna keep her, because I only have one daughter at the moment. I'm gonna keep her around, try to establish myself a bit more, and then once I have some power to my name, I look for it. Of course, not just power, you also need good reputation. Yeah, you kind of have to decide for yourself what is more important. The quick gains of having a nice alliance at the point you're now, or the potential gains you can get later. Because if you start without a wife, same basically applies. You can look for different things in your wife as well. Some would say eugenics, for example, like inheritable traits that you might want to introduce to your family line. Alternatively, of course, some pressed claims can be nice, which is kind of what I'm going for right now. Or more general things like, has she a good amount of stewardship that you can hold, or territory yourself? Can also be interesting. Or respect. Yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to kinda depends. Come on, finish your work. It's just been quite a bit too warm in here, sadly. Tasty. From fruit juice. Now, I have that. I could declare war now. That's just precisely what I would want to do. Oh no, I would once again have to rely on my ally, basically, exclusively. Let's see. I have become a duke at this point, so if we go for alliance power. The Kingdom of Alba. I would like something a bit closer to home, basically. It of course also helps, you know, to have somewhat, at least a general idea where most of these areas are. Because now, the greatest alliance strange is Nito Cheeto. If it's not around to actually help you in any way, shape or form, that's kinda not gonna work for you. Let's see here. Let's mage. And let's see what you get then. That's some chiefdoms. That's the Duchy of Barcelona. France as well. Und die Klingenbergworms wäre it's at least closer. And my alliance expired. That's not good. Shit. How are we gonna do this now? Okay, who has actually taken over the... this is part of... And you are right now ruling that. 4 years old. Let's see. I hate you, game. Why are you not letting me do what I want to do? Maybe like, no. Not acceptable. Let's see. Strategy. Do chess. Will not accept. I put it a grand wedding. Barely. It's a 4.6% chance of children being inbred. I guess they're from the same mother, aren't they? Are they? No. That child is of the uncles of my brother-in-law. Jesus Christ. We're already starting seeing some rather nasty effects here, aren't we? I do want to keep this alliance going, and she has a chance to grow pretty fucking old at this point. And it would mean that strategy is gonna be ruled there. Certainly. Yeah, that's the problem, honestly. Once you have established yourself in another dynasty through bloodlines, you get a rising chance of developing some rather interesting and impressive chins, let's just say, along the way. Reading about Nirvana, eh? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so now we wait to ask the Pope again for money, now that we have returned it to our power. And since I'm not actually, since this is supposed to be a relaxed game, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and not save scum like a fucking motherfucker when I can. I mean, there's fun in Iron Man, mind you, but you need to do this on a very specific mindset. And today, especially since I just arrived back home again, a quick trip up north to the parents, I can't be asked. Okay, let's try that, shall we? The problem is, if I declare war on him, he's gonna march over to me, isn't he? My ally, are you at war with anyone at the moment? No. How many troops do you have? Looks good. Good chess. Christina, please. Please, milady, help me. I'm an innocent victim in all of this. Nice. So where's your troops? There are your troops. Are you gonna come down here immediately? Ah, it's gonna take you a moment, isn't it? You're gonna be faster, aren't you? Okay, walk away quickly. And I meant quickly. Yes, follow me, follow me. Good, good. Oh shit, he caught me. That's not gonna be nice. Eli, how fast are you? Not fast enough, I think. Come on, we're still fighting. Yes. Phew, huh? That was something. Bit of too much of a gamble for my personal taste. Where we go, my shirt of color, look nice, the birds on the lips. I know exactly what she's after. Let's see. She's my wife, that's not a distraction for tonight, that's a bit of a... Oh, okay. Keep it close. Very close. It's gonna give me some stress because I'm a chaste motherfucker, but that doesn't matter. There's no wizard who would hear clothes from a body or punish the perverse smile of her face. Okay, sir, a challenge. Should you vex me closer? A fitting riposte. Foreign feelings, my gesture echoed by your bodies. We spend the night delivering both insult and bliss unto each other. Apparently she had a fucking thing going on to seduce me. I do love it when my own wife tries to seduce me. It is rather pleasant. Actually, the ones that surprised me the most were the ones for the divine ones. And now when your wife is suddenly pulling out a fucking radish or something, goes like, wanna include this as a bit of a toy? And you're sitting there like, okay. Why not, I guess? The game has its moments. I could absolutely tell you that much. Absolutely worth it. Especially because I do believe this to be probably amongst the modern, quote-unquote, Paradox games. It's probably the better one. I mean, Victoria 3 was pretty disappointing, to put it nicely. That is still the nicest thing I can come up with. Oh, they're attacking me again. That's, smart. Smart AI. Promote my culture. Are you German? Yes, you're German. And since at this point in time, German, well, as a culture is not around yet, we have quite a bit of a nice situation here. Oh, another combat. Why do you feel the need to do this, AI? Sometimes the AI does kind of like to just throw their troops away against superior numbers. Nobody really knows why. It's just like, well, basically thrown in the towel and going like, okay, and now I can't win this fight anyway. Let's just make it quick. Like, fair enough. How much longer do we have to wait? Soothing the pain. Compassionate. That is indeed something that we consider to be virtuous. Always good to have your children doing that, because if you want your children to also be able to back the Pope for monies, believe you me, I want that shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to demand anything from a fucking man of the cloth. Apart from, of course, the territory. Okay. So yeah, basically now we have the size we kind of want to be at. We have one holy site, and if we want to consecrate our bloodline, this one, I need more faith. And more Pope opinion, but that one's gonna go up anyway. And so, since we do need that, we're gonna start planning some activities. Pilgrimages, just to be precise. A pious pilgrimage towards our newly acquired, very own Cologne. Because that's the quickest now. Let's see here. Okay, pricey. Ceremonial. You also bring attendant and pious hangouts. Sure. Reflection. I want to go for zealotry. I think for our first pilgrimage, just reflection is good enough. We shall become great at that. The day of judgment is nigh. Repent, repent, I say, you shall be damned for all eternity. Dedi otim ilai Tora nimus yet. Because why not? I've walked the holy path. Yeah, one of them. Yeah, small of them, you know. You still need to go to, fucking Britain, or well, England, technically speaking. Then we have to go down to Spain, Vaticano, of course, and the longest journey is gonna be to Jerusalem. We lose the memory of strategy. You gain 25, becomes more pious. Okay. Take that direction. I'm willing to sacrifice things for you. Look at that. Because it will take fucking forever to get everything under control. 6 more years until we have somewhat secured our control over Cleve. 9 years until the people of Maastricht finally become German. That is still not the end of it. Not yet, that is. 30 gold, sure. I'm not planning any outright warfare for the moment. Actually, this will probably be the last war we had for this particular generation, I guess. Potentially. Because I can't actually hold any more territory. Which is already going to be a bit of a problem. And B, because I think a lot of our money is now going to be spent doing the pilgrimage thing all over the fucking place. Peasant uprising, that's not really important. Not important at all. That's my wife's, isn't it? Yeah, see, this is actually precisely the problem I was talking about. Now that she has all the claims, which is nice and dandy, the waifu. But since that is outside of my country, I would need to actually declare war on another ruler. Actually, yeah, kinda, we would have a chance, actually. Interesting enough as that is. I'll have to keep an eye on that for the bridal. Yiddish no trumping, we can do that rashly, let's say. Heck, not even my fucking levies have recuperated yet. Yeah. I probably would also like to get a bit more in the way of allied things. You're gonna be... Stewardship. No, I'm gonna want you to be a learned person as well. Need little strategy. Actually, who the fuck is going to train you? It's a good question, isn't it? Do I have anyone who's good at shit? He's pretty good at that. I guess we don't really have much of a choice here. You're also gonna do that. And for anything else... for anything else we can... take a nice and relaxed approach.